There we go. Looks like everything is up and okay. So let's get started. Let's get Garv out of here. Let's get to reacting. Let's be a React Andy for once, chat. It's a little rare, so let's get into it right away. Yeah, I was like, should I do a recap what happened in 5.1? And I was like, just in case I won't say anything, because I don't want to spoil anyone. Well, let's get right into it. Let's check it out. Of course, I've seen a few things here and there.
In ancient times, we were responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natland.
New area. Doesn't look like anything we have on the map right now. I did see, of course, a few things on like social media, but a very small amount. Yep. I count myself largely. That's so fun. Just flying around a fucking giant gun, chat. Base Chasca.
His spirit has gotten lost and can't find its way back to his body.
Hey, Ororon.
I just want to rescue someone, and Granny won't let me.
Yeah, we'll have to definitely go back over the trailer. Yeah, so there's a few things I saw, but overall, I'm largely blind to
mystery surfaced again.
What's going on here
I worry that
in this live stream. Again, usually I try to stay off of social media and stuff like that on the day stream happens, so made sure to do that for the most part. Magu Kengi. Wait, transforming into different bosses? Or maybe they're just showing them fighting different bosses. That looks new though. Oh, ultimates.
It's either your end or mine. Before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder.
Sounds like we're getting more of a Capitano focus this time around. Yeah, Silali and Ororon. And I did already get the redemption codes. I grabbed them earlier. So yeah, we can look at this art. Obviously, we're still trying to make our ancient name, so I wonder if that will be part of it. Yeah, we'll have to see how much they want to continue. Or I should say which parts they want to continue in this patch. So again, it did seem like we're getting more Capitano focus. Maybe it's going to be more ancient name focus as well. Skip ahead a little bit. And I did see that our favorite,
Hey travelers, welcome
favorite
to the
OEO
Genshin
employees are coming on back.
5.2 special
Yeah.
program. I'm Gabe from the
Hot air
Love Team.
balloon time.
And I'm Kai. We meet again.
Yeah, back off the mic a little bit.
Kukusaur.
I'm a
Wanna
little
join
too
us?
loud.
Hey, don't be shy. Come out and say hello.
Yeah, new design. I think we saw it in the trailer.
I'm not sure what that meant, but it was adorable.
She approves of your compliment.
Hey,
Yeah,
I didn't
new,
know you could speak Saurian.
Area means it. Yep, new
Oh,
Saurian.
I can't.
So
But
this
I
is
can
old
make
baby
an
one.
educated guess based on her body language.
Whoa, are all Kukusaurs
Kukusaurs.
as friendly as this one?
Adult
Which,
Kukusaurs are
they're the
usually very proud
ones who
creatures,
raised,
but there are
Chasca,
always
right?
exceptions.
Well, since our Kukusaur friend kicked things off for us, I know just the place to
Walks out of
start.
frame.
The Flower Feather Clan.
Okay, is
Alright,
that the
let's
new
do it.
area we're getting that? It's Chasca's.
Kukusaurs live among the
Yeah,
Flower Feather
cool.
Clan, which is suspended high above the mountains.
Ah, that's neat.
This is a tribe of warriors, and most of their people can command
Cool.
the power of the skies. It was the Flower Feather Clan's ancient duty to patrol and safeguard the entire region of
Yeah, I'm
Natland.
gonna see more of
As
their
elite special
style.
forces, their job was to detect threats, disseminate intel, and quickly neutralize any dangers to the nation. Though the
Yeah, and we get
circumstances
the
are different now,
adult
the tribe
Kukusaur
never
design
forgot its
over there.
origins.
It's
They
on the
still
bottom
hold
left.
trials to assemble the fastest teams in the tribe.
Ooh.
The trials test a pilot's skill and teamwork with the
Loady guy.
Kukusaurs.
Oh, I'm so
It's like
pumped
one
about
of
these
those
Kukusaurs.
skydiving
Yeah,
places you can go
Kukusaurs
to.
are the proudest
Okay,
out of all
yeah.
the Saurians. They know that they're the kings of the
I think
sky.
he's giving off like flamingo.
Kukusaurs can consume
Yep.
phlogiston to
Cool.
climb higher or perform a horizontal roll in midair.
Neat.
Holding the sprint button allows them to
barrel roll.
enter an accelerated glide state after a horizontal roll. In addition, they can even use phlogiston wind tunnels to quickly cover great distances.
Okay, so I'm assuming
Yeah,
that
so straight up
Kukusaurs
just
are
fly
really hard to
around.
tame.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
gonna be crazy
You need
for
to
exploration.
prove yourself in some
gonna be great.
worthwhile feat, like demonstrating
We'll have to see if it
exceptional
overcomes
archery
the,
skill during flight. That's
Young
the
Kisor
only
for
way
me or
to
not.
become a true Kukusaur rider.
Wow, that's so strict.
As far as
Yeah,
just
tell
like
me about it.
general
But
movement
okay,
goes,
now
I
that we've
really
got a
like that
glimpse of the
sword.
Flower Feather clan, it's time for a
Spider-Man
quiz.
around.
What? Already?
Yep, I hope you're prepared. Every tribe in that land has a unique way of communicating with their Saurian
Use a
companions.
special
The
item.
members of the Flower Feather
I mean,
clan
would it be
use
a whistle or
special item
something?
to summon their Kukusaurs.
Something
What
they can
is
hear?
that item?
A basket filled with their favorite foods?
Here's a hint. We just saw
Saw
the
the
answer in
answer.
the previous video.
Mm.
Oh, I
A
remember
horn,
now.
okay.
Horn.
Ding ding ding! Kukusaurs
Yeah,
live
sound
far
making
from the
device.
tribe and
Mhm.
from each other. So in order to summon them, the tribespeople use
This was an
whistles and
orange
horns
guy,
to produce
yay.
loud noises.
So I was
So
right.
there's your overview of Kukusaurs.
Cool.
Maybe they sound a little unapproachable compared to other Saurians, but don't worry, travelers.
Yeah, we'll find them
if
in
you
the
get
wild.
into a tough situation, then Chasca, the Flower Feather Clan's
Mhm.
expert peacemaker, can help mediate the conflict.
Yeah.
Mitch mentioned that her method of mediation is silencing
Yeah.
both parties. Is that true?
A little bit more
Well, that's only in special cases. Most
Peacemaker
of the time,
through action.
Chasca barely needs to intervene.
Oh, yeah, just
Everyone
needs to
knows what
intimidate
she's
them.
capable of,
Yep.
so people usually find a way to set aside their differences when she shows up.
Oh, so she doesn't just handle conflicts between humans and saurians. She keeps the peace between
Yep.
people too.
Seen that before.
Chasca was corrupted by abyssal power as a
Mhm.
child, so she has a strong compulsion to fight, but she knows how to rein it in.
Yep.
Right. I heard that she was abandoned.
Saw
as a
that, of course, in
baby.
5.1.
Seems like she's been through a lot.
Yeah, but luckily for
Hmm.
her, the Kukusaurs took
remind-
her in and raised her as one of their own.
Bringing up memories of
In addition to
5.1.
hunting and flying,
Sad moments.
Chaska gained a lot of unique combat experience from her Saurian childhood.
Yep. Raised by
Chaska is in your
Kukusaurs.
party. Defeating monsters will restore phlogiston
Ah, that's cool.
to your party.
And
While
that
she's
makes
in
sense.
the Night Soul's blessing
Ah,
state, Chaska can
that's so
ride
fun.
and control her gun
Yeah.
like a Kukusaur. The Soul Sniper doesn't just increase her movement speed and resistance to interruption.
good.
It also allows her to get a better
Resistance is
angle on
always
her
good.
enemies.
Wow, that mid-air
Yeah, look at her
perspective
riding
is
around.
So
I'm
cool.
guessing that's a
It
sprint.
seems so
Yeah,
liberating.
compared to the
Yeah, and Chaska's
previous
fierce when
animation
she's in the zone.
where she was sitting down
In the
versus
Night
standing up.
Soul's blessing state,
Yeah,
Chaska's
look at
normal
that.
attacks deal anemo damage to
Rides
enemies
it
in front
like
of
a
her.
horse.
Unleashing
Has
a charged
reins and
attack in this
everything.
state will cause Chaska to enter a special
It's so
aiming
much
mode.
fun.
This
I love
allows
that
her to lock
Genshin's
onto
having a lot
set
of
number
fun
enemies within
doing out
range
their
and fire
animations
up to
and just
6
doing stuff
shadow
where it's
heart
like,
shells, which
let's
deal
try it out.
ammo damage upon impact. In addition, for every
Okay.
pyro, hydro,
Okay,
cryo, or
if you have different
electro
members,
character in
you
your
get different
party,
bullets. You
one
can
of
see it up there.
Chaska's Shadow Hunt shells
Mhm.
will undergo an elemental conversion
Cool.
to deal the corresponding type of elemental damage.
Whoa, no way. So
Yeah,
Chaska
sorry-
can directly
sorry,
deal other
Wanderer
types of
mates.
elemental damage based on the characters
You
in her
guys remember
party.
how they released
And
Wanderer and
since
he
she's
had
an
like
animal character, she can
negative
swirl them
resistance
at the
interruption?
same time. That's awesome.
But Chaska has
Yeah, I know, right?
inbuilt
Her elemental
interrupt
burst has a
resist.
similar function too. Chaska fires a
No, of course I don't know how
Soul
much,
Seeker
but
shell
that's
during her
yeah.
burst, which deals
Also,
animal
that
damage.
pose is great.
The
Yeah.
attack then splits into 6
Standing
Soul
on the
Seeker
hammer.
shells, which continue to attack nearby enemies.
Cool.
These shells can
Ooh,
also
and that's
undergo
pretty good
elemental
tracking.
conversions.
You can see they got
That's so
shot in a
cool.
direction
No
not
wonder she's
actually
one of
at
the
the enemy,
strongest
but
warriors in her
in
tribe.
an idol.
Speaking
Yeah.
of her tribe,
But track
the
to
warriors
them
from the
pretty
Flower
well.
Feather
The best
clan are
mage.
formidable for sure, but we should also shed some light on those who aren't
Yeah,
as skilled.
she's super
Oh,
cool.
Are you talking about the wingless?
If I wasn't
That's
saving
what
for
the tribe calls
Malvika,
people who fail the flight trials, right?
I'd probably
They're
go
the
for
challengers who
Chaska.
fail to earn
She's just
the
so much fun.
recognition of a Kukusaur.
Exactly. But the name doesn't indicate that those people are weak or deserve to be cast aside. The
So that's
Flower
gonna be,
Feather
yeah,
clan
her
has
story.
its own definition of strength. There's
Interesting.
a tacit understanding that the wingless are supposed to be
Protecting
protected
till they can fly by
until they
themselves.
can fly by themselves. But that assumption is challenged in Tribal Chronicles Tlalocan. Someone will
Okay.
dare to ask, what if you didn't need a Kukusaur to fly? If you could change the rules, then maybe there wouldn't be any wingless
So a
to
bit of
begin
a
with. Now,
class
whether
thing
that's the
going on
right
there.
path
That'll be
is
interesting to
for
dive
us
into.
to discover.
We haven't gone that
Chaska
not
will
long
also
yet.
be there to help us find the answer. So, be sure to check out Chaska's Tribal Chronicle if you're
Yeah.
interested in what
Of course we
happens.
will.
Is there anything else that you can
So
tell
we get
us?
an extra 60 primo gems.
Ah, remember how I
Yeah.
mentioned that Chasca was raised by cuckoosaurs?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Her Saurian mother
Aw.
will make an appearance in this quest.
I'm sure that'll
Even
be
though
sweet.
she's joined human
Yeah.
society, Chasca still goes to visit her Saurian mother on
Mhm.
occasion.
That is sweet.
Especially when she needs some help with a tough situation.
Asking for advice.
Oh, so Chasca still has a soft side, even though she's a fearsome warrior.
Definitely.
You know, and I guess with
The
what
Flower
happened in
Feather Clan
5.1,
is
we need
also the
some
setting
sort
for
of
the
family for
Archon
Chasca
quest,
to
Chapter
visit.
5 interlude. All fires fuel the flame.
Mm,
The
okay,
tribe
an
is facing a
interlude.
crisis, and they'll need the travelers' help to find a solution.
What kind of crisis?
Cool.
Well, the Flower Feather clan suffered the worst of the abyssal contamination during the battle in version 5.1.
Yeah, so it's sort
not
of,
just the human body that
I
can't
mean, we can
withstand
think
high
of it as
concentrations
filler
of
arc,
abyssal power.
right?
For
Where it's
most
like, okay,
people,
we'll be
it also
doing
damages
some
the
side
mind.
quests, checking
Many
out some stuff,
members
still
of the
advancing the main
Flower Feather
story
clan
to a
are
certain
suffering
degree,
from the mental repercussions of the abyss.
not as much as
And the
before.
tribe is in desperate
Not
need
as much
of
as
aid.
like 5.0 or
Yansan will be
5.1.
there too.
Of course, we're
After
seeing
rebuilding her own
Purifying
tribe, the collective
some of the
of Plenty,
abyssal power out
she's
of them.
traveling around Natland to help those in need.
The people of Natland really value unity, don't they? No one fights alone. That's
Yeah,
one
that'll
of my
be fun to
favorite
interact
things
with the
about
Yansan
Natland.
more.
Oh,
Hey,
wait.
Capitano.
It looks like the captain will also be there.
Yeah,
Yes,
Be
the
more
captain
focused.
will also offer help to the tribe. You may pick up on some interesting information if you pay close attention to what he has to say.
yeah, which of course we
The
had some
captain
big reveals in
rarely gives away
5.1,
too much
with him.
information in his regular interactions.
but it'll be fun
But
to
his
get more of it.
secrecy here seems a little peculiar, so keep an eye out. But of
Okay.
course, restoring Natland's fighting spirit remains the top priority. After all, the war isn't over yet. The abyssal contamination is still around, and we have a very important battle ahead. Natland needs mental fortitude more than ever before.
The Flower Feather clan is pretty close to the Masters of the Nightwind, where the Ictomosaurs
Yeah.
live. That tribe could be another good place to recover from the battle.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's check it out.
Another Saurian?
If you head west
Are we
from the
getting two
Stadium
Saurians
of the
this batch?
Sacred Flame and go past the towering walls,
Ooh,
you
that's
eventually
very pretty
arrive
over
at
there.
the settlement of the mysterious Masters of the Nightwind. The
Very
tribal
nice
settlement
colors.
offers a
Oh, and of
unique
course
glowing
they're
landscape at night.
luminescent.
If you
Yeah.
venture even further,
Oh.
then you might encounter the tribe's one Ictomosaur elder or one of the
Ictomosaur.
many shamans who can
Oh,
communicate
look at the
with
little
spirits.
guy. Yeah, we
I
saw
even
him in the
heard that
trailer
the
as
witch
well.
doctors who
Cool,
live
so we
there
are getting
can
two
help
more
cleanse your spirit.
Saurians.
Plus, the graffiti
Oh,
art
that's
is
sick.
really incredible. In fact, there's something special
Yeah,
about this
very
one.
visually
Can
striking.
you figure it out, travelers? It's kind of tricky, right? Well, don't worry. The Ictomosaurs can help us out. Ictomosaurs are known for their wisdom.
Oh,
They can use their unique sight
A
to
puzzle
detect
mechanic
things that
rather than
can't be seen
exploration
through
one.
normal mains.
Whoa.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Right.
Very
Ictomosaurs
floaty
are
movement as well
especially
when
skilled
walking
at
around.
detecting ley lines and phlogiston. They can
Cool.
absorb power from phlogiston objects to
Ah.
enhance their abilities.
So the exploration
Doing
is
so
that
allows
big
them
ol',
to jump
leap.
higher, move faster,
Cool.
or even obtain surprising rewards.
So some exploration's still in
Ictomosaurs
there.
can also extract information
yeah,
from
puzzle
graffiti
as
art
well.
to create special objects.
Oh,
Ooh.
I bet that'll come in handy for solving puzzles.
Yeah.
Definitely, especially
That's
in
neat
Tribal
with the
Chronicles
possibilities they could
Mictland,
do.
which will become available in version 5.2. The first two acts feature a lot of intriguing puzzles.
Yeah, so
be
Chasca
sure
and,
to check them out, travelers. Some of them will
Ororons?
require the help of an Ictomosaur, and others can be solved on your
Or
own.
maybe
I
some
noticed
volleys?
that
I guess we'll have to
Ictomosaurs
see
can
who's the
perform
focus.
fast-paced jumps when they have enough
of,
phlogiston, and it
Masters
looks
of
like
the
so much
Nightwind.
fun. Do we know anyone who can use that ability?
One of
Besides
them,
the
or
new
probably
Saurian,
both,
I mean.
if we're being honest.
Yes,
It'll probably be both.
Ororon can do it
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Like the
Look at that.
Ictomosaurs, Ororon has the
Venti power
ability to
creep.
rise into the air.
Oh,
He
that's
also
sick.
has a keen sense
Can
of
it aim
perception.
midair?
While charging an aim
Yeah,
shot,
that's cool.
Ororon will enter the spirit
And
speaker
unique animation
state,
for that.
allowing him to extract power from Natland's graffiti and runes.
Speaking of
Cool.
Ororon, I was honestly super surprised by his personality. Before the 5.1 Archon quest, I thought that he
Stern
looked
stoic.
like a stern,
I think the
stoic, and
very,
harsh
very
type
first
of
time we
character.
saw him.
But
I would
as
say
it turns
that,
out,
yeah.
he's just a sweet kid.
Yeah, it's kind of
Right, when we saw him
unexpected,
staying, like,
right?
right
Is
next to
he really
Capitano
that
in the
sweet,
teaser
though?
before not
Just
long,
to think
before
about
5.0.
all sneaking around behind his clan's back.
You'll get beat up for that.
true.
The tribes people of the Masters of the Nightwind are known for being eccentric, but Ororon really takes it to the next level.
Yeah, it sounds like he does things his own way. I wonder if that extends to
Yeah.
his combat
Let's see more of
abilities.
the
It
animations.
does. Ororon is a bit different from the Natlan characters we've met so far.
Various
he
ways.
doesn't need to depend on the Night Soul's Blessing state to gain Night Soul points, and he can maintain the Night Soul's Blessing state even while he's off-field.
Cool.
That does sound different from the other Natlan characters.
Probably saying that
So
where
how
it's
do
like,
his
my
abilities
weaker
work?
can also do
Let
this
me
or
start by
something.
explaining how
As well
Ororon
to see.
gains Night Soul points.
And she comes out.
This can happen in multiple ways. For example,
Look at the little
Ororon
guy,
will
that's a
gain
great
Night Soul
idol.
points when one of his party
Beating
members
the, little
triggers a
squirrel
Night Soul
guy.
burst. He can also gain them when other party members deal Hydro or Electro
Cool.
attacks to enemies after
Hydro or
Ororon
Electro.
unleashes his elemental skill.
Oh,
Electro
then it
charge
sounds
support?
like he works well with Hydro and
Yeah.
Electro characters.
Yep. And in combat,
Cool.
when enemies take damage from electro-charged reactions or other party members deal Night Soul aligned damage, Ororon can consume
I mean,
Night Soul points to
I've been
enter
meaning
the
to
Night Soul's
whip
blessing
out
state
Beto
and
again
trigger
for a
the
while,
Hyperspace
so
effect, dealing electro
sounds like a
damage.
good opportunity.
Oh, I see. So
It's
you
pretty
need to
cool
pair
in
him
normal
with the right
animations.
characters
Yeah.
If you want him to gain Night Soul points, enter the Night
Like
Soul
how he
blessing
uses like the
state, and
wings
trigger
appear
the
for a little
effect.
bit.
Exactly.
We're going
Though I
backstab.
should mention that Ororon doesn't need
Doesn't
to
need to
be
be
on the
offered.
field to trigger the
Hyperspace.
Hyperspace effect.
Wait, he can trigger it even while he's off field?
We'll have to go back and
sounds
look at that
really
again.
Useful.
Totally. His elemental burst provides a convenient way to deal damage
Oh,
and support your
look at
party.
that.
Ororon
That looks
performs an
like
ancient
sound waves
roll
almost.
with his burst
Yeah.
to summon a supersonic Oculus, which taunts nearby enemies to draw them in. Once they're
Oh.
up close, the
CC?
Oculus releases a sound wave to deal damage.
That should be great for crowd
Yeah.
control.
Yes, with Ororon in your party, dealing with large groups
Hmm.
of enemies should be a lot easier. And speaking of making things easier, Ororon can also improve the exploration experience
Boosting
by
gliding
boosting the gliding
speed.
speed of your characters.
Yeah, that's pretty
Awesome.
rare. You
Ororon really
usually
cherishes
just
his
get
friends. With a
stamina.
little teamwork on his side,
Like,
I'm
oh, he
sure
uses
victory
less
will
stamina.
always be within reach.
Cool. So
A
we
new
introduced two of
area.
the upcoming regions in this update. The Flower Feather Clan and the Masters of the Nightwind.
Oh, there's
But
there a
there's
third?
more.
Oh,
Version
boy.
5.2 actually introduces another new region.
Are we getting the volcano
it's
again?
called Ochkanatlan.
Oh, I think we caught a glimpse of this ancient city when we were looking at the Flower Feather Clan.
Mm-hmm.
It's really beautiful from far away, but those clouds look kind of ominous.
So yeah,
It
no
looks
volcano
completely
yet.
abandoned. Is it dangerous?
Maybe we're getting that
Yes.
5.3.
This is a restricted area in that land due to its
Fun-looking
severe
environment, though.
contamination, and it seems uninhabited.
Mhm.
Over the years, many adventurers have come here in search of treasure.
So this is
or
probably a
to
new
slay the
world
dragon.
quest. Yeah, major world quest.
Unfortunately, none of them have ever returned.
I need to catch
The
up on
Flower
those.
Feather Clan often sends riders to patrol the area and to prevent people from getting too close.
Cool.
Wait, did you say slay the dragon?
Mhm.
Yeah, I know we introduced some adorable saurians earlier,
New
but
boss?
this creature is actually really terrifying.
Oh.
It occupies this ancient city and guards it fiercely. If it detects an intruder, then it will attack without hesitation.
Oh, that's a big boy.
Okay, that's pretty concerning.
It's easy to take human-saurian coexistence for granted these days, but it actually took generations of effort to reach this point. This relationship wasn't nearly so harmonious in the ancient past. Travelers will need to explore Ochkanatlan to uncover the reason behind
Yeah,
this
so this is
dragon's
probably gonna be
rampage. Of course,
the
travelers
dragon
won't have to do
civilization
this
we've seen
alone.
hints of in that
Here,
one.
take a look.
Oh, what's that?
Little
This is
guy.
a very important companion who will help us explore Ochkanatlan. His name is Kokoweek. As for his power,
Kokoweek.
well, why don't you take a guess?
Okay,
Moral
is he
support.
our moral
I mean,
support?
that's fine,
You
huh?
know, maybe he could make a cute noise every now and then to cheer us up.
Hey, let's not put our Tapetlosaur friend out of a job. Little one works really hard.
Okay, then I've got nothing.
Yeah,
Remember
Rowan,
how I
sorry.
mentioned that Ochkanatlan is heavily corroded by the
Okay,
abyss?
it's just like a protection
well,
field.
that's where Kokoweek comes in. We can use his
Clear
power
abyssal
to clear abyssal
contamination.
contamination.
Mhm.
Follow the direction indicated by his light to collect
Okay.
secret source scraps and enhance his power. Once Kokoweek has enough power, you can take him to track down
Super
the evil
awesome
dragon.
sauce
What
laser.
a useful little guy.
Dang.
I know, right?
Shooting him down.
Now, travelers can
That's
explore
fun,
Ochkanatlan with
experimenting
two
with that.
companions, Kokoweek and Little One. In
Yeah,
fact,
so not so
I've
much
heard
a
there's even
boss, but
special
an
token
environmental
around here
hazard
that can
for the
enable
dragon.
Little One to traverse a volcano.
Oh,
A new adventure with Little One
Mhm.
awaits in version 5.2. This update will
Major
bring
world
us one
quest stuff.
step closer to uncovering the mysteries of Little One's past.
Like I said, I need to catch
Familiar
up.
Saurian
I
companions
probably
can
have like half
also
a
help
dozen
us explore Ochkanatlan.
streams to do before
For
I can get
example,
into
with the help of a
Natlan.
Kaholosaur, we can
Um,
evade source mechanism
major
attacks. With the help
world
of an
quest.
Ikitomisaur, we can solve certain puzzles.
Cool.
With the help of a Kukusaur, we might even be able to chase down the evil dragon.
Yeah, so
But
like
we'll
I
leave
said,
the rest for you to
environmental
discover,
hazard more than
travelers.
Wait,
new
are those
boss.
some kind of lava fish? Does
Ooh,
this mean we can
new
fish
fishing
in Netland?
spots.
Yes, but I've got some friendly advice, travelers.
Mhm.
You should be very careful while exploring Ochkanatlan. Some
Yeah,
of the
the new
abyssal
enemies
monsters here can
ran
distort
into.
their appearance
There's
to
a
mimic
new
powerful
boss.
enemies.
Cool.
High-level monsters such as
And
the
it
Tenebrous
mimics other
Papilla
boss
mimic
fights.
even stronger
That's what I
enemies.
was seeing earlier.
It looks like these monsters take the form of plants outside of combat.
Mhm.
Yep, that's true. The Abyss has corroded Natlan's ley lines, allowing these monsters to read the memories
That's super
inside
cool.
of them and mimic
I mean,
creatures
that's fun.
from
That means
Teyvat.
the boss
How do we
fight
defeat them?
should feel pretty
Travelers will need
fresh.
to use
Switching
elemental
between those
attacks
moves.
to break the enemy's protective void wards. Doing
You know
so
they're going to
allows
use this
them
in
to
Abyss
take damage
for a
and
while.
causes them to enter a brief
boy.
state of confusion.
We'll have to
Night
see.
Soul-aligned elemental attacks are
Mhm.
especially effective against these wards.
Wow, the Abyss has gotten so advanced. It's scary to think about how much harder these fights will get
Alien
as these
world.
abyssal monsters
Mhm.
continue to evolve.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot of information to take in at once. But before we take our first break, we still have
Cool.
a couple
Cool
of short
description on that,
announcements.
boss.
Really short, I promise. First up, limited time exploration rewards will be available
Oh
in
boy.
version 5.2. Just like in version 5.1, travelers can earn up
Yeah,
to
carrying over
400
from what we
extra
have already,
premium
though.
gems.
Right.
And the rewards will be available all the way through version 5.3.
But it's going to be for the new
It's now
areas, of
time to
course. The three
introduce
new
the
areas.
event
Yeah.
wishes. In the first half of version 5.2,
Oh, hey,
travelers
Lenny.
can look forward
Chasca
to event wishes
and
from
Ororon.
Chasca and Lenny.
Dang.
Ororon will also receive a drop rate boost. And in the second half of version 5.2, we'll have
Zhongli,
returning
the
event wishes for
dragons.
Zhongli and New Villette. The
Oh,
weapon
man.
banner will feature a new 5-star bow, Astro
Cool,
Vulture's
yeah.
Crimson Plumage, and 2 new
Looking good.
Natlan-specific 4-star weapons. Be sure to
Dang.
check them out if you're
Well,
interested.
I guess I might
Alright,
not be getting
it's
an
time for
Ororon
our
then.
first
I'm
break.
willing to roll
Once we come
50-50
back,
on
we'll dive
New
right
Villette
into
because
the
I have New
event
Villette's
portion.
weapon just sitting around. Chasca, I do really like her, but I'm also like, I need to save for Mavwika. Oh, is that little guy indicating how long we have to wait? I think so. Oh, oh. Yeah, we're definitely going to go back over the trailer, and we'll go over Chasca and Ororon again. Because I did miss
Welcome
one
back,
thing with
travelers.
Ororon.
Welcome back.
new event,
Let's
yeah.
dive straight into
That's
the
a
event
cool looking
section.
sword.
So in the first event, we'll get to learn more about the Masters of the Nightwind.
That's right. In the version 5.2 event, Ikitomi Spirit-Seeking Scrolls, travelers will team up with
So
Citlali
that's
and
why we're seeing
Ororon to
them
get to the
in
bottom
the art
of a
and everything.
mysterious accident that occurred within their tribe.
Travelers will need to complete combat
And they
challenges
were talking
to
about
defeat enemies who try to
Auroron's
disrupt the ritual.
soul
They'll also
there,
need
right?
to reconstruct
So,
scenes
yeah.
from the tribe's
Maybe
woven
connecting
scrolls
to why
and gather
he's
lost
like this now.
spirits scattered
Something in the
throughout the
past.
region. Travelers will only be able to uncover the truth if they collect all the clues. But don't worry, there are also various rewards to earn along the way, including Primo Jams.
Ooh, I really like the vibe of this event. It looks like
Yeah, good.
Citlali is performing some kind of ritual.
Lost
It's
spirits, evil
also
manager.
mysterious.
When a
Fragmented
situation gets
records.
tough, it's Granny to the rescue.
Definitely.
Citlali and Ororon have some really fun dialogue in this event.
I'm always grabbing the
Fully
popcorn
acting?
whenever these two interact. They're practically
It's
a
from a
two-person
light
show.
novel.
And speaking of fun, let's get into the event gameplay.
The glance back and
First
forth.
up is the Search for Lost Spirits minigame. Travelers will have to work together
Okay,
to
minigame
herd the
time.
scattered
Yeah.
roaming spirits into specific zones
yes,
to earn
okay.
points. Pay attention to
Yeah,
the
we've had
conditions
this
on
before.
the field if you want a higher score.
Yeah.
For example, travelers can jump on stone slabs that appear on the field.
Oh,
These
break
slabs
them
will
open.
break open
Yeah.
and release even more
Look
spirits.
at all those little guys.
Storms may also appear during the game. You can
Mhm.
track down spirits more effectively if you pay attention
Okay.
to the direction of the storms.
In Evil Banner,
Yeah, so like a minigame
travelers
we've
will
seen
need to
before,
select the right
but that was,
teams to
PvP
complete the objectives.
rather
Completing
than
all of the objectives will award you
cooperative.
the Banishing Aura, which allows you to deal AoE damage by spraying paint at enemies.
That paint really matches the
Okay.
Masters of the Nightwind's aesthetic.
Hmm.
It's super cool.
Yeah, and so does the Spirit Loom in restoring fragmented records.
Oh, that's fun.
Lali will use her powers to
Gotta put it
reveal
together like a
special
puzzle.
fragments.
Yeah.
Travelers will need to piece these
Yeah,
fragments
and you
together
see
and
which
assemble them
layer
on a
they
woven
can want.
scroll.
Make sure that you pay attention to the order and positions of the fragments.
Yep, cool.
Oh, there's something else that
Reminds
we
me
should
of some
mention.
old
Travelers can obtain a
Illustrator
new 4-star
days.
sword by completing this event.
Yeah, this does
The
look very
design
cool.
definitely fits the Masters
We'll
of
have
the
to see
Nightwing.
if
It
I'll
looks
use it
like
on
some
anyone,
kind
but
of ceremonial
as far as
artifact.
just looking good.
I totally agree. Oh, and this event will allow travelers to learn more about Natland's secrets. For example, this quest will reveal new clues about
the
a
Mara
mysterious
Javari.
and legendary
Cool.
place.
They're talking about it.
Javari.
Wow, we've been
Mara
hearing about
Javari.
this place since Mondstadt. It'll be nice to get some new information.
I don't think we'll be
On
getting
a
it like
related
5.3.
note, the Adventurers
I
Guild
think
has
the
prepared
Mara
a new
Javari
trial
would
for
probably
its
be like a
members.
5.5,
Active
5.6
adventurers have been
patch.
invited to take
Like a
on the
later
challenge, including the
version.
Traveler. Travelers will need to complete various challenges
I guess
with
we'll see.
designated characters
Yeah, we got some
and
of these
fully
before.
leverage their
Yeah,
skills
cool.
to earn rewards.
That's
I know
neat
you're
though.
up to the challenge, Travelers. Good luck.
In
Yeah,
Mondstadt-related
doing
news,
it,
the Knights of Favonius
again, but
are
this time with,
conducting a war game
Natlon
to improve
characters.
security tactics in the region. And who better to test these tactics than the Honorary Knight? Be sure to pay close attention to the game, since the format has changed this time. Travelers will need to select combat units and stratagems to deploy against the opposing formation. Once the lineup is set, the monsters will fight automatically. Available combat units and stratagems are completely random. You know, just to build some unpredictability into the wargame. The chances of encountering elite combat units increases as the wargame progresses. Even more elite monsters
Yeah,
will be
before
available
you
for
draw
travelers
around
to
on the
use.
field as
It's a
well.
volatile environment, so do your best to win as many rounds as possible, earn wargame medals, and collect the rewards.
All right, let's keep the excitement rolling in this next event. We actually have a demo, so please take a look.
Okay.
Oh, looks like they're selecting tactics. Double damage? That sounds powerful.
TCG. It's about time they
Whoa,
did a
it's
TCG
automated.
event.
Cool.
It's been a
the
little
elemental
while.
reaction effects are completely different.
This brand new heated battle mode is called Automatic Artistry. Powerful support cards have been added for nearly every elemental reaction. Choose cards that align with your strategies to trigger powerful elemental
I think
reactions. The
it
effects will
used to be
change depending on how
3.
you play.
This is 4.
In addition, the
right?
overall gameplay is very laid back. Characters will automatically duel each other, and skill animations are now shorter in length.
Wow, it's like we got a whole new Genius Invocation TCG after coming back from Natland. Talk about whiplash.
That's right. Even if you've never played Genius Invocation
I
before,
think it's
I
good to
really
have a
recommend
mode.
checking out this
Yes,
new gameplay
as a
mode in
mode,
version 5.2.
not replacing the original
new version will
TCG,
also
but
bring a
adding
few
onto it
updates
as an
to
option.
regular Genius Invocation TCG.
Cool. Yes.
Do you
they
ever
did
feel a little
clarify
cooped up
regular.
while you're playing
not.
card games? Well, don't worry
And the new
about
mode.
that. Our
Cool.
next event will give travelers the
Yeah, because I
opportunity
need to play
to
so much
enjoy the
regular
great
TCG still.
outdoors. In
You need
Club
to just go
Convoy,
through
travelers
challenging all
will
the
need to help
NPCs and
Lamia
everything.
track down some adopted animals. Travelers will be able to see the animal's point of view by using a special tool.
Ooh,
Once
cool,
you've
and that's how
managed
you
to
find them.
deduce their location, you'll be able to track them down.
Neat.
Once the animals are safe and sound, travelers will receive a gift from the mysterious figure who adopted them. I feel like Ororon would really shine in this event. He's definitely an animal
Hu
lover.
Tao?
I
What you
can
doing
see
up
that.
there, Chibi
I'm
Hu
sure
Tao?
that he would jump at the chance to meet animals from other nations.
That would be great to
Yeah.
have furnishing.
Finally,
I
the
have ads
Wayline
furnishing.
Overflow event will return
Like those
in version
chibi versions of
5.2.
characters
If you need
to put in
more
your,
or character
teapot.
EXP materials, then keep an eye out.
Alright,
Okay.
let's dive into some
Who's
updates
not
and
that?
game
Must have double
optimizations.
rewards.
First up is the change to the Imaginarium Theater.
Oh, let's see
Previously,
what they do.
travelers would be returned to the theater lobby after completing a challenge and have to reopen the Fantasia
Yes,
Tome
it
to
would slow
continue.
it down a little bit.
Travelers provided feedback that this setup interrupted their experience.
I like
So,
the
this
dialogue
will no longer
you can
be the
get
case in version
in
5.2.
between.
Now, after finishing the
But-
battle, all you need to do is click next
Okay,
act
so it's an
if
option.
you want to keep fighting.
Nice. Travelers
Yes,
can now enjoy
good.
the
Add
thrill of
an
combat
option.
without any
Good.
interruptions.
Good job.
And for all the generous travelers who like to configure supports for their friends, a supporting caster record has been added
Yeah.
in a new update. You can now
I don't
check
have any
which friends have
friends,
borrowed
so
your
they don't
supports by
use them,
looking
but
at
I
the
put them
supporting
in there.
past the screen.
Cool. It'll be nice to know that our supports are helping people out.
Yup. Oh, and the party configuration mechanic has also been optimized. Besides the elemental filtering, the Imaginarium Theater will now feature recommended row icons, elemental statistics, and
generally
markers for
good.
the main types of enemies.
That is so helpful. I'll occasionally put
let you know
together a
who you
random
want to throw
team
in
if
there.
I've just started experimenting with some characters, but this information should make it a lot easier to form strategic teams.
These markers will display
Yeah, it's
key
definitely
information on how to
good for new
counter enemies,
players.
but in a much more prominent position. Hopefully,
And the
this
enemy
change will make it
layout
easier
is
for
very nice.
travelers to form the best teams.
Yes.
Because now it's
we
like,
can
oh,
directly
which characters
see
do I
which
want to
elements
save
work
for the
best
end?
against specific enemies. That's
Right.
definitely going to save
For
some
the
time.
tough
For
fights.
sure. And we can expect even more optimizations.
Yeah, I'm
in the
glad
future
they're
as travelers
continuing
continue
to support
provide
it and
valuable
not
feedback
just giving
about
up
their
on it
experiences.
based off of the
let's
negative
introduce
feedback
the
they got
other
at
system
first.
optimizations
Because I
coming in
really
version
liked it, but a
5.2.
lot of people did not.
You can outsort 5-star artifacts in your inventory based on when you obtain them,
jeez.
from the most recent to the oldest. Second, the animations for
Me looking
crafting
at my
materials,
artifacts
forging
that I got
weapons,
3
building
years ago and
furniture,
going,
and cooking
ah,
dishes
you're
are
as
now
beautiful as the
shorter in
day I
length.
first
That's really
met you.
nice. The dev team designed a lot of intricate animations for these features, but it can feel a bit frustrating when you have to watch them over and over again.
Yeah, so
There
it's
will also be
essentially
several
like 2 times
optimizations
speed.
for the Serena teapot. The seed dispensary can now hold more of every type of seed.
That's
You'll be able
actually
to
pretty
purchase
great.
wood
I
at the
used it
Realm
a
Depot
tiny
in
bit here and
exchange
there,
for realm
but
currency. In addition, the cooldown for the boon of the Elder Tree will be reduced to 5 seconds. This way, it will
Right,
be
I did
easier
hear-
for travelers to collect wood.
I did hear some funny
Awesome.
stuff
I've
about
been
this,
meaning
people
to use
joking
some
about
cool
it, but
replicas
yeah,
in my Serena teapot, but I'm
It's good to
always
have.
short on wood. So this should be really helpful.
Nice.
I mean,
I'm
I
so
don't mind
excited
hitting the
for you.
trees manually,
Oh,
but-
and optimizations have been made to artifact locking. The updated lock assistance interface
Okay.
will allow you to configure lock settings with a single click.
I still like
Just hit
seeing what
use
I get.
recommended settings
but
and you're set.
This is
The
nice.
recommended set lock plans will even update automatically.
Right, I still
based
like
on
taking the
popular
time to go
in-game
like,
configurations.
okay,
Of course, if you have your
I
own
want to
ideas
check
in
if that's
mind,
correct,
then you
and
can
if the
always
correct is a
disable the
good,
recommended plans to
you know,
configure custom
higher,
ones
low
instead.
roll, whatever.
The update also allows you to batch lock artifacts in your inventory based
Yeah,
on the
I think this is
recommended
always
general
good.
lock plan and set lock
I
plans.
don't know how much
This
I'll
will make
use
it
it, but
much
it's good.
faster to organize your inventory. In addition, a shortcut button that navigates to the lock assistance interface will be added to the artifact
Yeah,
domain challenge
again, all this
screen
is good.
and the artifact acquisition screen.
I
This
don't
should
have
make
complaints.
it easier for travelers to configure their locking rules whenever they want. A star feature will also be added next to the lock button on each artifact. Travelers can use this feature to mark their favorite artifacts and filter by stars to quickly track them down.
Finally, treasure compasses will now be able to locate even more treasure locations, including Sealies and time
That's
trial
great.
compasses. A quick swap
See, that's
feature will
always the
also
thing
be
when I'm
added for
trying to
treasure
100% a
compasses and
region.
Oculus resonance stones.
It's like, oh
Enabling
yeah, I
this
found all the
feature will
chests,
allow
but then
travelers
there's
to
like,
more
oh, now I
easily
have to
use
look up the
these
map
devices
to find the
across
challenges
regions. The
and that
feature
sort of
will
stuff. So
automatically
this,
switch to the compass or stone that
that's
corresponds
incredibly
to your
nice.
location
Yes.
in the game.
that's great.
Awesome.
Be sure to check out future announcements for more details
Yeah, that's
on version
amazing.
5.2 optimizations.
It's going to really help out again
Alright.
with 100%
That was a
region,
lot of
clean
info,
up, you know,
so
the
this
last
seems
like
a good time for our
5 chests
second
you
break.
need for that or
It's
whatever.
time for the third redemption code.
Yeah. Good times, good. And some great art of Chasca riding her gun. Nice. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that because I've seen that some people aren't happy about it, but I love it. I love that they're being so creative and out there with their animations now, and I'm just like, yes, 100% thumbs up, keep doing it. I want to see more and better. I want to see everything improve, and it's super cool and interesting. So, I really don't mind.
Welcome back, travelers.
Again,
What else do we have on the agenda?
if I
today?
had the
We have some very
rolls, I
exciting
would
news to
go for
share.
Chasca as well.
After
But
the version update on November 20th,
Yes.
travelers will be able to play
The
Genshin
Xbox update.
Impact on the Xbox
Cool.
Series X and S. Log into Genshin Impact on Xbox Series X and S consoles.
me going to my
receive the
friend's house to
Windblighter
log in
Wings
on his
of Fate's
Xbox
Course
Series
Intertwined.
X
Additionally,
to get the
Xbox Game
wings.
Pass Ultimate members can play Genshin Impact via cloud
Cool.
gaming. They'll
That's
also
actually
find
pretty good.
extra
Yeah,
rewards in
that's
their
neat.
in-game mailbox.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah,
that
that's
should
cool
be
all around.
everything. That means that
We'll have to
we've
see what the
reached
wings look
end
like,
of the
but-
special program. Is there anything that you want to say before we go, Kai?
Yes, I'm really looking forward to all the new characters. Chasca and her weapons seem really incredible.
Yeah.
I'd love to see how her travel chronicle unfolds because she has such an amazing personality. And Ororon seems like a very layered character. The storytelling is definitely going to shine. What about you, Gabe?
Yeah, I'm just so excited for players to experience more
I
of the
mean,
Natlands
it's
storyline.
a pretty
And
darn
we have
big
so
patch,
much to explore
everything
this time.
considered,
I
right?
mean, 2 new tribes and a new area as well.
Yeah,
And
3
one thing I've always loved about
new
Genshin
parts of the
Impact
map
is how
added-
it's
edited.
multi-platform. Like, I'm always logging in on different devices depending on where
No,
I am.
this is.
So
I will talk
it's
about this
just
when they
exciting
finish
to see
talking about
another
it.
platform become available
It
for
is
everyone.
interesting.
Yeah.
And yeah, on that note, I hope you have fun with the new version, travelers.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah. All right. And now let's go and talk about a few things. Let's go back to Ororon, and then we'll go back to Chasca as well. Because there was some stuff I missed on the Ororon. I just was paying too much attention to animations, not them talking. But one of the interesting things is that we're continuing to have this big focus on Nalan. A lot of people, myself included, thought that maybe, considering that this wasn't going to be they said like, oh, 5.0, 5.1, 5.3 is going to be like main story, must be here. This is the Archon quest. And then they're going, oh, this patch is an interlude, right? A lot of people, like I said, including myself, thought that what we would be getting then is with the patch right before 5.0 with Durin would be, oh, we're getting we're getting Albedo, we're getting Dragon Spawn again, we're going to get some Durin, Wanderer, all that sort of stuff going on in 5.2. We are not, which makes me curious when they're going to do that, because usually we have it as we have Albedo stuff as event story in winter. So now it's like, well, obviously they're not going to do it 5.3. So now it's like, maybe it's being reserved for Snezhnaya, right? Maybe it's being reserved for there, and 6.2 will finally get follow-up on the Durin stuff. But, yeah, we'll have to see. Anyway,
Extends to his combat abilities.
It does. Ororon is a bit different from the Natlan characters we've met so far. He doesn't need to depend on the Night Soul
Yeah,
state
I'm
to
going
gain Night Soul points, and he can maintain
focus
Night Soul's
really
blessing
on
state
what
until
they're
he's
talking
fulfilled.
about here.
That does sound different from the
Again,
other characters.
Ororon,
So how do his abilities work?
Let me
being
start by
a
explaining how Ororon gains Night Soul points. This can happen in multiple ways.
electro
For example,
charge
Ororon
support
can gain Night Soul
is
points when
interesting. I
one of
like
his
that.
party members
I
gains
always
Night Soul cards. He can
like
also gain them when other party members deal high roll or
when
electro attacks
they
to enemies after
put more
Ororon uses his
focus
elemental skill.
on lesser
Then it sounds
used
like we work well with Hydro
reactions,
and electric characters.
and especially if they do them in
And in combat,
interesting
when enemies
ways.
take damage from electro charge reactions, or other party members deal Night Soul aligned damage, Ororon can consume Night Soul points to enter the Night Soul's
Okay.
blessing state and trigger the hypersense effect,
Yes.
dealing electro damage.
Oh, I see.
Hypersense
So you need to compare him with
effects,
the right
but they don't
characters if you want him to gain Night Soul points,
necessarily
enter the
say
Night Soul's
what that
blessing
effect
state,
is.
and
Just
trigger the
he
effect.
does
Exactly.
electro charge
Though I
damage.
should mention that Ororon doesn't need to be on the field to trigger the hypersense effect.
Wait,
Hmm.
he can trigger it even while he's off field?
Okay. So the hypersense effect from there sounds like it's more of it's more or less like, oh, he can do electro damage off you, right? Is what they're saying. Yeah, YouTube's bitrate is not liking the video over here. Does not enjoy the video when you pause it. But yeah, Ororon seems neat. I really like some of his animations. I don't know if we'll be able to get him or not. Like maybe I can try risking a 10 pull to snipe him. But again, like I said, at the same time, I'm like, but I have Nuvalet's weapon. I've been meaning to get Nuvalet for so long. So I at least want to roll the 50 on Nuvalet. Man, it sucks because it's like, if only those banners were switched around, right? Because then I'd roll my 50-50 on Nuvalet and then go like, okay, now let's do like 20 pulls on Chasca, right? And get Ororon, or try to go for him. But, yeah, again, I'm trying to save as much as possible from Mavuka, so, then yes, let's look at Chasca again.
Is in your party, defeating monsters
'Cause, yeah,
will restore
Chasca's just-
logistics to your party. While she's in the
it's
Night
so
Soul's
cool. Look at
blessing
that.
state, Chasca can ride and control her gun like a cuckoo sword.
I really like the
The
combat
Soul
animations.
Sniper doesn't just increase her movement
And I
speed
think
and
it's also been
resistance
pointed
to
out that
interruption. It also allows her to get a
it's
better
quite a bit like
angle on her
riding
enemies.
like sideways on a broom
Wow,
and stuff.
that mid-air perspective is
At least the
so
chill one.
cool.
But yeah,
It seems so liberating.
we'll have to see some of these
Yeah.
animations from a
And
different
Chasca's
perspective.
fierce when she's in
But-
the zone. In the Night Soul's blessing
Yeah, I
state,
love these
Chasca's
combat
normal
animations.
attacks deal
It's like,
ammo
yeah,
damage
they're
to
silly,
enemies in front of her.
but
Unleashing a
I
charged
love that they're
attack in
going,
this state
what
will
if
cause
Chasca just
to
had
enter a
like
special
a
aiming
giant
mode.
fuck
This allows
off
her to lock
gun
onto a
that
set
she
number of
rides?
enemies within
Also,
range and
do the
fire
elements
up to
show up
6
on
shadow
the
hit shells, which deal ammo damage.
That's cool. Now they don't dynamically show up, at least from what we're seeing here, but it looks like the different elements you can infuse with show up on the cylinder.
Damage upon impact.
Right.
In addition, for
Let's
every
see.
pyro, hydro,
Yeah, they don't line
cryo,
up or
or
change that.
electro
Oh,
character in
actually,
your party, one of Chasca's shadow
it does a
shells
little
will
bit
undergo
once they're
an
fired.
elemental conversion to deal the corresponding type of elemental damage.
Whoa, no way. So
I saw it
Chasca can directly deal
sometimes
other
showing up
types
there.
of
But yeah, no,
elemental
I just,
based on
I love the
characters in
animation.
her
It's so
party.
silly, but
And
inspired.
since she's an
I think it's super
animal
unique.
character,
I like it a lot overall. Again, if I had the polls to spare, I would definitely want to get Chasca. Especially because I realize this, in thinking about Chasca, I do not have like a 5-star Animo DPS on my team. I realize that because it's like, oh, I don't have Zhao and I don't have Wander. And those have been really the two like on-field Animo 5-stars. And now Chasca's being the third. I'm like, ooh, out of all of them, I really like Chasca. I really love what they're doing with her animations. Of course I love the Zhao jump up and down meme, but and then I have Wander on my EU account. But yeah, that reliance on shields I don't love. He's not a bad character, of course. I'm just like, ooh, that one restriction, as well as not being able to fly diagonally with him. We'll have to see if you can fly diagonally with Chasca, because if you can, it's like, oh man, that's so good. That just will feel so much better. The other question is if you can activate her skill, her flying state in midair. Because those two things can make a character feel so much better when they have
We're
traversal
tribal
options
warriors.
like that.
In ancient times, we were responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan.
Yeah. Let's look back over the trailer, and then I'll end the stream after we do this.
So Ochcon's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
Okay, so this is probably going to be the focus for Chasca. Yeah, loving the Night Soul state as well. And the highlights, yeah, the aura.
If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator.
Yeah, it looks very cool. And we get some other views of what the animation looks like. Cool.
At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is...
Yeah, look at that. I love the environments, though. Yeah, but the new Saurians, have to talk about them. Both their designs look great. Very cute. The Kugasaurs obviously have some fierceness to them. And the Night Winds are just little guys floating around.
To rescue someone, and Granny won't let me.
Music as well, I did not talk about that, but great as always.
500 years
Sort of painted over, right?
later, and it's resurfaced again. I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City.
As long as the soul is involved, I should be able to help.
Yeah, this is just such a fun boss concept. Yeah, like I said, I think this is probably going to be their new boss for the Abyss for a while. Going to be adding that in.
Knock him down.
That's a great pose for the ultimate. Okay, actually seeing some more animations where I can pause on. And try to see what's going on. Big explosion. Chasca fallen.
It's either your end or mine.
Yep, saw this in the stream. Gruggen. What is that? Obviously some abyssal energy going on there, but
We must fight harder than ever.
I got dungeon or domain. Yeah, not as much to just pause on and dissect. There we go. A little bit blurry for the image, but see, yeah, this is the event, right? The event art. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. It's a little different again from what I thought it would be. I thought it would be getting a little more Albedo, Dvalin, Wanderer, all that sort of stuff. But I can also respect that they want to keep the focus really on Notland right now. And I can just go, hey, I hope they do that in the future. Maybe 6.2, maybe a year from now, guys. Or maybe even they would use it to lead up to 6.0. That would be interesting if they decide to do something like that. But yeah, again, overall, liking the focus we're getting on characters, right? Silali, Ororon, Chasca, Capitano, all great, I think. And then of course we have the interlude is going to be sort of recovering, resolving, and still building up to the ancient name, receiving an ancient name, and what that is going to entail in 5.3, because I can only imagine how hype that's going to be because of all this build up and all this time we're getting to really build the stakes and everything else going on. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream off there. Thank you guys for coming on by. I hope you enjoyed. What do you guys think of the 5.2 special program? What are you guys excited for the patch? Which character are you looking forward to? Who are you going to pull on for the banners? Or are you like me and kind of going, ooh, I really need a save for my Wicca? Again, she's the one I'm going for out of the 5.0. She's most anticipated for me right now, but you could always pull out some surprises before 6.0. But yeah, I'm going to leave it off there. Thank you guys so much for coming on by. Hope you guys had a great time. Hope you guys have a great day, night, whatever time it is for you. Love you all, and bye-bye. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Which, also, don't know exactly what I'm going to do. There's probably the Star Rail event. Yeah. Star Rail event. We have the Zenless event as well. So maybe those will be two I do next week. Or maybe I'll do the Star Rail event and then like 3 or 4, like start getting caught up even more. Right? Maybe get caught up on the character stories in Zenless. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Got a rough plan. See you guys then. Love you. Bye-bye.